What is up, my cutouts? Cardboard Ninja here, coming at you with Operation Radiance of all things. Turns out they released a new patch. Well, at least not a new patch, but new old content, if you will. For those of us who are new, cross out. This is an old event that has come through the Wasteland a couple of times. This is where you basically run away from Ravagers, played by players who are attempting to kill you. And then when you get killed, you turn into a zombie Ravager, and it just snowballs from there. Secondary battle pass within a battle pass. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, get rid of this. I don't know how I feel about it, typically because of the fact that uh, it's another thing that you have to pay for. You don't necessarily have to pay for it, but they're trying to get more money out of you. If you do, you get this cute little Witcher car. It is cute. It is not that good, but it is a cute little car that you get. I think you get all the pieces for it as well. You get parts, which are completely useless, as you know. It unlocks other cars that can be used in the Ravager mode. So you randomly spawn in as a random car. This is another one that is random that you can start with. See? Basically, it improves your odds after you've become a Ravager of hunting down other players. It's kind of neat. These things are not kept. That's the thing that you need to know. Um, Other than that, the rewards are kept, such as if you do pay for the battle pass, you get these, you get the coins, you get some stickers, you get the ability to craft a nail gun. But I believe they also give you an argument for free. They give you a miller for free. Not necessarily for free, I mean, you do pay for it. They give you a Ravager trophy. These things can go into your garage, float around. I have one that's from the previous event that is just sitting around that was not paid to get last time. You get a Miller. I think you get two. Oh, you do. You actually get two Millers. I mean, that actually isn't bad. You get two arguments. Not super terrible. They still have yet to release a blueprint to craft the Stillwind. They just want that price to go straight to the moon. You can get a CK, and of course, you get a crappy little Iris as the final upgrade. You can craft an Omamori. Omamori is currently set at 6.7k, so that may be worth it. But other than that, I'm going to go over a couple of weapons and things if you're trying to play in this event and do well. So cracking open the tech tree, there's several things that do pretty well in this and pretty poorly. Surprisingly, shotguns don't do necessarily well. Front-facing shotguns exceptionally poor because the enemies are trying to crash into you. No melee weapons work. Basically, no cannons work. So don't bring these. Don't bring these. Autocannons barely. I don't suggest the best ones like the Whirl. I actually suggest high explosive cannons because you want to try and hit that little Ravager eye as quickly as possible to stun them. Caucuses do very poorly, surprisingly enough. But other than that, miniguns not so well. But equalizers, arbiters, exceptionally would do exceptional. Gungnir, no thung, exceptional. Spectre, aspect, obviously puncher if you can bring them. Tap fire machine guns do very well. Front facing do poorly, and actually, believe it or not, I attempted to use. Thank you, Magic. I attempted to use the Imp. Imp does poorly as well. Rockets, you're going to want to use the Wasp. Not much else because they don't have the cooldown necessary in order to engage in this game mode. Clearly not the trombone. You don't need the extra damage from the trombone. You certainly don't need the clarinet toe. The cooldown in the ATGM flute is too high. You do not want to bring the Heather. You don't want to bring the Hurricane, and you could bring the Waltz. You could. As for the grenade launchers, these are your bread and butter. Actually, believe it or not, the Retcher does phenomenally well because the Retcher vehicles are just made of paper, so the Retcher does exactly what you would expect. The GL55 Impulse is okay. The Thresher is okay. And of course, the Young Wing is decent, but you do have limited ammunition, so be careful. There's a combination out there with the Spark and the Flash, or just multiple Flashes, or just multiple Sparks that you can just stop your opponent's little Ravager cars with just the energy drain that they provide. So that's good. Blockchains don't do badly, but they do have a longer cooldown than one would expect, so be careful about that. Destructors, again, the cooldown really hurts the energy weapons here. So you probably are going to want to leave them, the majority of these at home. Crossbows can work. I've seen a Varen do pretty danged well. Toadfish have a pretty long cooldown, as do the spikes, so be careful with that. Don't bring melee weapons, because if you touch them, you die. Fire weapons, entirely useless. The mine layers are, of course, really, really good. King, great, because they can't follow you. Capcan, great, because it screws them up. Fortunes are okay. Jibokus are great, because it can hook onto two of them, draining their energy and dealing constant damage. They don't have very many hit points. Porcupines are good, and porcupines are always good. Rippers, if you can fit them into the 10k power score, that is. And then, of course, you got the Ripper, which I don't have, but from what I can tell, would work pretty well. Though with 3k power score, you may only be able to bring one. Other than that, drones can be good, surprisingly. Again, anything that plays against the fact that they have very low hit points actually works very well. The only problem is getting enough ammunition on these. You can use them. Annihilator's not so good. Owl not so good. Hawk is okay. Anything that does direct damage effectively is really good. So none of these, but the Yao Guai actually does very well. You can lock down a point with the Yao Guai drone, again, because it's just very brutal. As for uncategorized weapons, the adapter's okay if you can lead your shots. Don't bring the Stress. Definitely don't bring the Skinner. Definitely don't bring the Enlightenment. Don't bring the Kaiju. Don't bring Scorpions. And arguments, probably leave them at home. The Corvo is possible, but there you go. So, there you go. Let's go police the world. We're going to try playing a match or so with the old hovercar. And the thing I just blew up is that reward that I was mentioning that you can put in your garage. That if you pay for the operation pack. And also, anybody who wants to have a decent build, this build is called Radiance. It's a 10k build, made it myself. It's on the exhibition now, so go ahead and give it a try. It comes with everything a growing boy needs to make it through here. Oh no! Never mind. Looks like I'm a Ravager. This isn't good. So, the first Ravagers that spawn are gonna die. There's nothing you can do. 2 players are randomly chosen to be odd man out. I was one of them. As you can see, just touching them is all it takes to kill them. And now they're on my team. I'm doing exceptionally well. Sneak, sneak, sneak. As I said, caucuses do poorly because they retarget very slowly. Am I going to wipe everyone? What the heck? Come on! Yes! Okay. Okay, I shouldn't have done that well. I should not have been able to wipe out literally the entirety of the opposing team on my own. Shouldn't have happened. But yeah, that's how you play if you're the Ravagers. All you need to do is touch them with your car. That's the game. Easy game. Easy game, chat. First place. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, so that only happened because I spawned in as the opening Ravager. I just can't believe that happened. That shouldn't have happened. They should not have died that unbelievably quickly, but they did. So I'm glad I got that on camera. My little Ravager hat pays off. All right, let's see if I can't do this again, except not be selected as the Ravager. So again, the build that I'm using called Radiance on the exhibition. If you guys are interested in using a Ravager hover, not a Ravager hover, I'm sorry, it's a Retro hover. Retros, again, as I said earlier, are phenomenally good at, well, dominating these small cars because of the fact that any damage is critical damage to them. So you're throwing grenades at them 8 at a time. And if any of them hit, GG, right? So first thing to do, we're going to turn around and we're going to fling damage back at their spawn. That's that. And away we go. So this is... I don't understand how I was able to wipe out that entire team. So you can see everyone on the radar at all times. So you don't necessarily need to bring a radar. Allies and enemies are constantly shown, so you can't just sneak up on someone. And away we go. So you do want to help out your allies, even though it doesn't seem like you might want to help out your allies, because, it's, kind of a free-for-all. But the reason why you do want to help out your allies is because if you let them become enemies, then you have more enemies to deal with later. That guy's hurt, so I'm going to leave him. One of the other things is wound the Retchers, or wound the Ravagers if at all possible. You don't want to kill them. Oh, door's open. Let's go. Of course I get hit by that. So this is one of 2 times when you want to use your cloak. The other time is up ahead. Normally I'd shoot them, but we're just going to continue on. I need to destroy. They're self-destructing, so they can spawn in front of us. Smart. Okay, we're going to go through this door immediately. Oh, no. All right, so there's only 2 of us left, if not one of us. If you look on the radar, it looks like I'm being chased by a million red dots. So I'm alone and by myself. We'll see how well I do. There are shortcuts, by the way. And this is one of them. As I said, shoot to wound, don't shoot to kill. Oh, you want to avoid these barrels so badly? Oh, no. Okay, I didn't lose my hover, which is good. Up next is the final firing squad. And this is the reason why you need to have a cloak. Shooting to wound. So this area here is filled with cannons, and these cannons will shoot you and injure you and wound you, and that's one of the only things that can defeat a hover build in here, which is the reason why I am very carefully cloaking up. And now all you have to do is survive for 60 seconds. Which is easier said than done, mind you. "17 seconds remain. No! Almost made it out alone, chat. Almost made it out alone. So there you go. That's a good example of the Ravager gameplay. so close to just walking out of there on my own. But even retchers have problems dealing with an infinite horde. Ah, that infinite horde. But yeah, if you follow that very simple advice, you can almost certainly easily make it to the very end. If you're better than I am, you may even be able to escape. Oh man, I have to create videos and talk about. Oh, so you have to stand next to these objects to disable them, but unless you're the very first person there, don't bother. Oh, guy's trying to copy me with a retro build. He's using a kami. No, he's not. He's using a whatever that heck cabin is. That just the Cantilena. Oh no! I have to ban Patria, whatever the heck, for talking in my chat about yes. We'll take care of that in a minute. Doot, 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 doot. Oh no! I'm an idiot! Why? Oh no! Okay, this gives me a time to actually ban this guy. Hold on. Oh. Never lose control of your build, chat. 4 minute soldier. I think that's, yeah, that's a wipe. How did they get the other Retcher guy? There were 2 Retcher guys on that. Did not expect that. Hold on. How's it going, Magic? How you been? Oof, this doesn't look like it's gonna be good. So that guy over there on the far right that looks like a little truck right here, that guy's screwed. He's never gonna make it. He's got melee on the front. Okay, he became a Ravager. That's good for him because he was gonna become a Ravager regardless. This guy's come to play. Black Puppy here, he knows that being smaller is better than being larger, and he doesn't have much stuff, so I assume he's just playing a very small build. Hit points don't really matter. They matter, but not as much as as a normal game. Away we go. And this is where I died last time like an idiot, when I fell backwards into that pit like an idiot. Oh man, that was so dumb. So dumb, like an idiot. See, this guy is normally dead because he flipped himself. And that guy is also dead because he flipped himself. Hopefully the team will flip them right side up. Hopefully the team will flip them right side up. There we go. Gonna let those grenades percolate. I know one of them hit, but I don't really care. What? Oh my goodness, that guy got way too close. Do you want to be the first to cross this bridge? For many reasons? Oh my goodness, these people. You do not want to fall to your death? Thomas! How's it going, Thomas?
Don't get too close to them. You'll live longer.
We're going to queue up the destruction of this thing from alls the way back here. Oh, that guy's bringing a shotgun. That's not good. This is the hardest one to kill, only because of where it is. Time to go. I'm going to leave everyone to their fates. Well, Thomas, this is the Ravager event. Glad you asked. Oh, we got one right behind us. Oh no, they're spawning in. They're cutting them off. We use the shortcut. We're going to try and get the heck out of here. If our team manages to work together, they can do just fine. However, if they can't work together, they are effed. But you're like, wait, Cardboard Ninja, you're not working together. I am working together. By getting to the end, it begins the end timer sooner. So then all they have to do is drive on out of there. Alternatively, if they don't stop me, then we win. Cloak it up so I don't eat freaking missiles to the face. So this hover is built ugly for good reason, though, Thomas. All right, we started the 60 seconds. We're not going to fire because we don't want our weapons to overheat. "29 seconds. I'm trying desperately to disable that guy. There we go. 5, 4, 3. I'm the F out of here, chat. Goodbye! GGGG! And that is how you escape from Tarkov. Oh, that is how you get the heck out of Dodge, chat. That's how you get the heck out of Dodge.